YouTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my January TBR for 2021. I know, I'm a proper booktuber again. I have a TBR. This year, 2020, it just didn't pan out. I just couldn't do it. And in 2019, my TBR just wasn't working for me. I wasn't sticking with my TBR. I was taking too long to read them. I was super ambitious. My TBR was like 15 books, which is not manageable. It's not manageable. And so this year I'm toning it down, but I'm bringing back the Missy that I loved back when I first started my channel. And so yes, I am ready to share with you guys what I want to read. So if you guys have watched my 2021 goals, reading goals for 2021, I don't know what my title is. I haven't actually edited the video yet, so whatever the title is, if you guys have seen that video, which has been posted before this one, it better have been, because then you'd be confused. So all of these will be from that video. Not the books. The books weren't mentioned in the video, but the goals. All of my books have goals. I feel like I'm not making any sense because I've already filmed like a million videos today and I'm losing my mind. Okay, so there are 2 readathons that I'm participating in. Well, there's 5 readathons that I'll be participating in every single month, but there's only 2 that have dates that you need to worry about. The other ones are monthly long kind of thing. So the first one is the buzzwordathon. That one takes place the very first week of every single month, and this month's theme is dream, and so I have chosen the books accordingly. So for that one, I have picked Bazaar of Bad Dreams. This was the December pick for the Stephen King read-along. However, I did not complete it. I only read the first story of my life. I never finished these goddamn books. But yes, I will be reading Bazaar of Bad Dreams in lieu of the Dreamcatcher because my Stephen King group is reading the Dreamcatcher. I've already read that book many years ago. I have not forgotten anything from the book. I remember everything. It is in my mind, so I don't feel like I need to reread it at this point in time. However, I've never read Bazaar of Bad Dreams. There is a whole, I think there's like 26 short stories in this collection. I'm hoping to read one every single day until it's finished, because in Lala's video she said you could pick one book to read in that theme for the entire week because it's a week-long readathon. She said you can pick one book a month to read for that theme, or you can read as many books as you want with that theme or word in that week. So if I wanted to read 7 books with dream in the title, I could technically. However, I'm going to read this one. And before I move on to the rest of my TBR, because this kind of goes along with the same thing that I'm talking about, I want to kind of give you guys more books that you could be reading for this this theme for dreams. At least this is what I have on my shelves. I don't know what you guys have, but these are just some suggestions. Now, I have, so far from my scanning, I have 1,300 books that I have not read, that I've scanned into my bookshelf app. And I looked through all of those books on my shelves. They're everywhere, all in my room, so I don't have time to pull them all out. However, because I love you guys, I will give you the covers for all of the books I mentioned, so you guys can see if these are on your shelves or pick them up if you're interested. I have The Dreamcatcher, which again I've already read, and also In an Absent Dream. I already read that book as well in the past. However, I do have Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Gear. This book is super old. It's still sitting on my shelf, so I have to read it. I also have Dream Fall by Amy Plum. Where is it? Here we go. Right here. It's behind the snowflake. I want to read that one. I may or may not add this to my TBR. It just depends on how quick I read. I also have Dream Hunter by Elizabeth Knox on my shelves. I have Dreaming Darkly, which is down on this stack, but here's a picture of that. I have Dreamland by Robert L. Anderson. Dreamquake, which is the sequel to Dream Hunter by Elizabeth Knox. So the duology has dream in it if you want to read 2 books in 1 week. We have Dreams and Shadows by Robert C. Cargill. I don't know how to say that. It's Gill, G-I-L-L, so Cargill maybe. I have Dream Country, which is the 3rd book in the Sandman graphic novel series by Neil Gaiman. I have Of Dreams and Rust, which is the sequel to something, but it's by Sarah Fine. I can't remember the first cover. Here's the first cover, and then of course here is the sequel, the one that has Dream in it. I have The Android's Dream by John Scalzi. I have What Dreams May Come, which is on my graveyard shelf. I have Dream Rider by Barry Jonesberg. I have Lair of Dreams by Libba Bray. Definitely not reading that one. That one's like 800 pages. I have The Darking Dream by Andy Gavin. I don't know what that book is. So those are all my dream books. It's enough. It's enough books. If you guys have these same books, if you've been on watching BookTubes as long as I've been on here, then you have either seen these books, heard about these books. Some of them are obscure, like The Dream Hunter. I don't know how many people. I bought that from Book Outlet in 2014, I think. So there's a lot of books on here that I've had for forever, and I still haven't picked them up. So those are some suggestions. Now, after I've said all that, let's get back to what I was doing, which is my TBR. So, with that being said, Dreams. I'm going to be reading this one, and I also took What Dreams May Come by Richard Matheson off my my graveyard shelf. This has been started. I got to page 28, which is just the first chapter. I've seen this movie. I own this movie. I love this movie, so I don't think I need to go back to the beginning to reread it. I'll just continue on. But yeah, I want to finish this one. And then the next book on my TBR is My Neighbor Totoro. This is the original story and artwork by Hayao Miyazaki. Excuse me. The novel is by Tsukiko Kubo. This is one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies besides Ponyo and Howl's Moving Castle. Keely bought this for me for my birthday, I think. Was it for my birthday? It doesn't say, but I think she bought it for me for my birthday. So this is going to fit the challenge from the If You Got It, Read It. They have a whole bunch of challenges you can do. The bonus challenge is to read all of the books on your shelf, on one shelf. And so I have a stack here on the floor that has a whole bunch of books in it that I'm really interested in reading from all different kinds of genres. And so this is the first one on that stack. And so I want to read this one, My Neighbor Totoro. And I'm sure I'm going to smile my head off the whole time, because when I read Howl's Moving Castle, it was my favorite for that year, and so I can just imagine how amazing this is going to be. So excited. So scared. All right, the next book on my list is The Man from the Train, Discovering America's Most Elusive Serial Killers by Bill James. Before I continue, let me show you something. I'm pretty sure I showed this to you guys. This is a cootie catcher. Yes. But inside, I've put 4 categories. that Ashley and I are going to buddy read. And when I say buddy reading it, the categories are for YA, adult, and then nonfiction. So we just started this. We drew serial killers, or at least, you know, I did the cootie catcher thing and she chose the number and it ended up being serial killers. So we did a serial killer book for YA, a serial killer for adult, and then this is our nonfiction serial killer book. It's massive. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to read it. And then after this, we will do the cootie catcher again, and then we'll pick another theme for YA, adult, and nonfiction. So this list might be longer because I'm not going to make her wait until February to start our new reads. So we're just going to keep trucking along. Otherwise, if I don't stay consistent in anything, I stop doing it. So consistency is important, and I can't wait to read this one. All right, the next book that I want to read, well, I have to read, is Siri, Who Am I? This is by Sam Cheetah? That's probably really, really wrong. This is a contemporary, and again, I never read contemporaries, but this one just sounds really fun. It says it's Memento reimagined for the social media era in this hilarious comedy about a young woman who uses her Instagram account to retrace her steps after she wakes up in a Los Angeles hospital with no memory of who she is or who she's claiming to be. Have you seen the movie Memento? I saw it a long time ago. I really want to re-watch that movie, but I love the buzzword amnesia. So having someone wake up and not know anything really fascinates me, and so I'm looking forward to reading this. It's YA. Look at how big the margins are. There's barely any words on every page. I'm pretty sure this is going to go by really quickly. I have to have it read by the 12th. So there's that one. And that qualifies for read a book that a publisher has sent you. I'm supposed to read 2 books every month from a publisher or an author, and here's my second book from a publisher. This is The House of Vesper Sands by Periek O'Donnell, maybe? I received this from Tin House Publishing. This, again, it comes out on the 12th. This is a historical fiction murder mystery. Looking forward to it. It's set in London. It's about a seamstress who jumps out her window or balcony, and when her body is discovered, there is a secret message that's stitched into her skin. I need it in my life. I need it. All right. The next book is Who's There by Dimas Rio. I was sent to this book by him like at least 3 months ago. And Dimas, I am so sorry I haven't started it yet. But I will be reading it in January. The font is huge. The margins are huge. I have no reason not to read it. I have to read it. So that's actually 3 books this month, either by publishers or authors. And so I have to, I need to, I want to. All right, and then the very last book on my TBR is called The Room. This is by Jonas Carlson. Now, I started off this video saying that I was going to be participating in 5 readathons, which I absolutely am. I've shown you the books for each readathon. But this one is for the A Yearathon readathon, which takes place the 2nd week of every single month. And the theme for January is underhyped books, or what was the other? Underhyped, or it'll be down in the description box below. But I chose underhyped. Now, I heard somebody on BookTube talk about this book, and that's why I bought it. I love it. It's chunky. I love the chunkiness of it. I love that it's got deckled edges. I believe that this is set in one single day, if I'm not mistaken. And it's under the 300 pages. It's only 186 pages. And so it definitely meets the criteria of read books that are under 300. A few of these books are under 300. This one is. My Neighbor Totoro is. So that's 3 books that are under 300 pages, and so hopefully they go by very quickly. Anyways, this video is long enough. That is my TBR for that's my TBR for January. Good Lord, where is my head? So yeah, let me know down below what you are planning on reading in January. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are doing well and you have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, hey, P.S. Happy eating.